Hey, good morning, y'all. I've got on my barbecue clothes today. I got to get on the grill today. Got lots of meat that is in my freezer. My freezer is not freezing properly. I don't want it to go bad, so I'm going to get it on the grill. So it's early morning, as you can see. It's early morning, y'all. So I hope y'all are doing well this morning. I am. I feel good. I guess I got enough sleep last night because I was up at 7 a.m. and I've been peeling in the kitchen. So I just wanted to come on and say, hey, y'all. These are my combat clothes for the grill, y'all. So I got on my waistband here for my back. Still got to get my knee brace on. I am suited up. And on top of all of that, I got on the full armor of God this morning, y'all. Because let me tell y'all something else. When I pop up in the morning, I'm glad to be alive. So I got on my full armor. And under that, I got on my other stuff that's using wisdom. So my knee and back won't be hurting me while I get this meat done. But anywho, just wanted to tune in with y'all for a minute. We didn't do Sunday dinner yesterday. Everybody was out of pocket, so that sort of gave me a break in the kitchen. But I uploaded a couple of things that I had already done. So anywho, we're going to go ahead in the kitchen and see what's going on in there. And we're going to get started with some barbecuing and cook up a few sides this morning. So happy Monday morning to you guys. And as you notice, y'all, I'm not all glammed out this morning because I got to be on the grill. No makeup. No fancy clothes because I don't like my clothes smoked up, and if I put on makeup, it'll catch the grease. So hold on just a minute. Okay, I'm back, y'all. I'm out in the backyard now. First things first, I need to get my grill going. So I think that'll give you a pretty good view of what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's put it about right there. Put it right here. This is like right off the back porch. I think I've shown y'all this. And look how my crepe myrtle has just come across the pathway, but that's okay too. It's time for those to be cut back. Everything is starting to look fallish now. I'm so excited about this fall weather. It's nice and cool this morning. Excuse the movement. Okay, it's nice and cool out here this morning. I can feel a little bit of mist, but I love it like this. That's why I'm dressed for battle. So okay, y'all, first thing first. Well, this is one of the first things I like. And I think the last time I was out here, I can't remember what the occasion was. Anyway, it hadn't been that long ago. So this is the first thing I try to do. Just scrape off some of that excess. Usually I clean my grill out before, while I'm cooking the last time I cooked. But I didn't do that this time, the last time, because I cooked a lot of food and I was tired. I don't know, it's not too bad. So, you have to get all the extra, yeah, let me move it back. Y'all can see all this. This is where all the burnt coals catch down under here. And I got this little pull-out deal that I had that came on here. It's kind of heavy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some of that out. I'm not going to try to lift the whole unit out because it's heavy. And look, like I said, this grill is probably 15, 20 years old, and it has seen a lot of action. Y'all see I have to have the bricks to prop it up, but this is a grill that my husband left. It was his favorite grill, so I'm still trying to make it hang in there, y'all. So what I'm going to do is, got my charcoal, my fresh bag of charcoal here. I'm going to go ahead and start taking some of this. I don't want all that stuff in there. I don't have to take it all out. And the reason I'm not going to empty the whole thing is because this thing is, this big pull-out part is very, very heavy. Even though I got my back brace on, I'm not supposed to lift no more than about 10 pounds. And I know that thing probably weighs 20 or 25 pounds. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to use my little old shovel here. Because you got to get some, you don't want a lot of that stuff. Hey, there's a hole in the bottom there. I might can slide that through the holes in the bottom. But as y'all can see, honey, this little grill here, it's time for Peggy Howe to buy a new grill. But it has sentimental value. I might even have somebody fix me a new bottom in there and still keep it, and just keep it, even if I don't use it a lot. Because it's a heavy-duty grill master grill that my husband loved to use, and it cooked. Lord, he could cook the best ribs in here. He's calling them Bobby's ribs. So these going to be Peggy's ribs today. Okay, the occasion today, I don't think I shared with y'all. Tansy and Kareem's birthdays are Wednesday. And they both work for the same company over in Raleigh. So, and their hours are real sporadic. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a birthday lunch for them today. Their birthday is not till Wednesday, but I'm going to do it today because, like I said, I got all this meat. I need to get it out of the freezer. My freezer's not acting well. So I need to just do that. So we're going to call it birthday lunch today. So y'all hang on for me. I just want to let y'all see what I'm doing. And after I get all this done, I'll show you how to set the fire up. Okay, y'all, I'm back. I got my coals in there, if you can see. Got plenty of coals on each side of this grill. So what I'm going to do now is go ahead and get my lighter fluid on there. And I'm going to light it and let it fire up. You know what? There's a flash flood warning today. Well, we're going to cook this meat. And I'm concerned only that if I don't do nothing but get, and you notice I'm putting my fluid on through here because I want these griddles to burn off. They're horrible. They need to burn off. So, safety first, y'all. Just make sure you do this very safely and very responsibly. Okay, I need to hurry up because it's sprinkling and I don't care about getting wet out here. Just soak those briquettes real good so they'll burn off real good. Like I say, safety first, y'all. And try to have you one of these long handled things right here. Well, try to always, and especially try to have one that works. Okay. Got that going on that side. Y'all see my little knob even broke off over here. Okay. That's safety first, y'all. Of course, this all needs to be right there. There it is, y'all. It's rolling, y'all. It's rolling. That fire's rolling. So we're gonna let it burn off. It'll take about 20 minutes for it to burn off. And in that time that it's burning off, I'm gonna go in the house and start doing some other things. So there it is. All you have to do, see how simple it is to light a fire to build. And this is a good fire. I like to build a good fire like this. I don't build them little bitty tiny fires. I build a fire so it'll cook like my stove inside. So in order to get a fire going like this, you got to have enough charcoal on there. And of course, when it finishes burning off, you just take your scraper and you scrape some more of that creosote off of there, as they call it. But for all practical purposes, y'all, I can feel confident now. I can walk back in the house that this is going to burn off, and those briquettes in about 20 minutes, they're going to be ready for me to get some meat out here. Y'all see, I don't cook no little girl. I don't fix no little girl fire. I fix a big old fire because I want those, whatever I put on there, I want it to cook. And we're praying, y'all. Y'all pray right along with me that Lord will hold the rain until we get this meat at least smoked, that I can get the smoked flavor. Because if it starts raining really, really bad, you know, what I'll do is bring the meat in and stick it in the oven. That's all. Just run it through the oven. Run it through the oven. That's all. Dietrich, you got that phrase? Run it through the oven, girl. Run it through the oven. I hope I said your name right. Your name is spelled like a classmate of mine. Her name was Dietrich. And I'm hoping I'm saying the right Dietrich. So anyway, run it through the oven, Dietrich, if you don't do it, if it doesn't get all cooked up on the grill. Okay, the other thing you're going to look for too on your briquettes, when they start to look white on the tips, that means that those briquettes have been heated to the point where the whiteness on there, they're going to continue to remain white until they burn down to cinders. And that's the whiteness on there lets you know that that they burned and that fire is going to be like you want it. And of course, also on top of my grill, I have a little temperature gauge. So, you know, you want that meat to get up at least about around 350 when you're cooking it. All kinds of little tips that you have to, you know, think about when you're on that grill. And I also like to burn mine long enough to burn all of that, uh, not charcoal, but I'll burn all the lighter fluid, smell and taste off of there. And the reason why I burn it for 15 minutes because I know at that point it's all burned off. Now, when those bricks go from white to red, if they're flaming red, it's really it's too hot. You got to have a bottle of water always. So what I like to do, because I'm cooking ribs, chicken, and the brisket of course gonna have to stay on there for a long time. Um, I'm gonna make that fire not as intense because it's gonna be in there for a while. So checking them. I think we can safely check them. Now remember, safety first, y'all. I don't know if you can test. See how those briquettes are white on the ends and they're still burning a little bit. That means there's still a little bit of charcoal. So I can go in there now uh, with my stirrer, and I can stir them around a little bit because, like I said, I can just take my little shovel here. See down in there, they're really red. I'm gonna spread all these all the way out because we want to evenly distribute the heat, just as if it was in the oven, like I said. Some of those can be on there, doesn't matter, but those few being on there. But the main ones, I want them spread out. And I think I'll probably put my brisket on this left side. I put fewer bricks over here, so we're good. Okay, so I think everything is looking good. Sometimes if I look in there and one side is not as fired up as the other, I might squirt a little bit more lighter fluid. I'm going to just spread these out a little bit too. These are not quite spread out. So anything that falls off of that little pile there, it's all good. Because guess what? It's right down in there and it's going to burn until it burns out. And it's going to give that heat that it needs. Okay? So I might hit it one more time with a little bit more fluid. Because I'm getting ready to walk in the house now. So just fired up one more good time. See, just fired it up one more good time. Okay, y'all, it's time for me to get in the house. Now I know when that burns off, I can cook a hog on this thing. Okay? Okay, y'all. Time to go in and get everything else ready to bring out, y'all. So hold on a sec for me. Well, let's just go right on up the stairs here. I'm going to leave my lighter fluid out there because I may have to remake the fire along the way. Okay, we're coming back up here just to, I'm sure y'all wondering, what is that blue thing? That's my generator. Tony had it up here on the porch for me. He put some gas in it during the storm. And we figured out it was flooding. Anybody know anything about generators? We have to call somebody to look at this generator, I suppose, because it did not crank up. It's brand new. It's old. It's been sitting, oh, Lord, I know over 10 years. So that's probably what the problem is. We bought, this is the second one my husband bought. And I remember I said, we got a generator. Let's fire it up. But it didn't fire up for us. So that's why the generator is sitting on the back porch. Now let's get in the house and we're going to talk a little bit about some stuff that's going on the stove. So, the meat has already been prepped. My ribs, my chicken, and my brisket. I prepped it yesterday. Last night rather. And, you know, my usual seasonings. And approximately for all the meat, 2 tablespoons of garlic powder, 2 tablespoons of onion powder, 2 tablespoons of salt. And just season them down and rub them down real good. And put them in plastic bags and run them into the refrigerator or freezer, whichever one you want to do. And let them marinate overnight. And then this morning they're ready to go. So I got my meat already marinated. It's ready to go on the grill. Got the grill fire burning. Okay, over here on the stove, what you see. This is just a wet marinade that I do what you call mock the meat. This is an old recipe here. Got my little paintbrush things here, and once I put the meat on, I'll be mopping the meat to keep it moist. And all this is 6 cups of water, a half a cup of vinegar, and a fourth of a cup. I'm going to show you what this fourth cup of, I don't know if you all can buy this or not, but it's a Scott's barbecue sauce. You use this on that Carolina chopped barbecue. So I put a fourth of a cup of that in there, because it's well seasoned with red pepper and a whole bunch of other seasonings. Okay, so 6 cups of water, half a cup of just whatever kind of vinegar you got, a fourth of a cup of Scott's barbecue sauce, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 2 tablespoons of my Gold Mountain seasoning. For those of you all who don't know what Gold Mountain is, there it is. You can use it in anything. Let's see. It's called Gold Mountain. I don't know why you can't. I can't see it through the camera. Let's see. Oh, no wonder. Got it on the wrong side. Okay, it's called Gold Mountain. What in the world? I don't know. Maybe it's too much light on that. Anyway, I'll just read the name off because it's for. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. It's Gold Mountain, and you can get it at your Asian market. I used let's see, 2 tablespoons of that, and I want to put. I still haven't put it yet, but I'm going to put 1 teaspoon of sugar in all of that. Aren't y'all excited for me? I only put 1 teaspoon of sugar in there, but you need that little bit of sugar. I do. It's optional. If you don't want to put it, you don't have to. Because most people are probably thinking, well, you're going to get sugar from your barbecue sauce. Well, yeah. So I'm just going to put me a teaspoon. That's brown sugar. About a teaspoon of that brown sugar in there. And what it does is just makes a nice blend. Gives that little nice blend that you're going to need for those ribs. But anyway, I boil this for about 15 minutes just to get all the seasonings together. I can turn it off now because I had it on while I was outside. So anyway, this is going to be used to mop over the ribs to keep them nice and moist while they're cooking. So that is something I don't think that I had shared that with you before. But anyway, that's my marinade for my ribs as I'm cooking. Also, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take me a bottle of water out there with me, because if the fire flares up, you're going to need something to douse that fire, and water is the best thing I can think of to douse it. And when you douse it, go ahead and let the lid down. The lid will shut the fire down, and it'll also hold that smoke in there and throw it right into your meat. Okay, so I think that's it. And of course, I got all my utensils. I got my tongs, got my spoon, got my super gigantic fork here, got me a good knife, and all that kind of stuff that I know I'm going to be using in this cooking process. And I'm going to use aluminum foil. That's going to be one of the other tools, because what I'm going to do with that brisket is put it in some foil, and I'm going to have it sort of off to the side, because you want to cook that brisket for about 4 or 5 hours. It's a tiny brisket, but I love brisket. So I found a nice one at a good price that I thought I might want to throw on the grill. So we're going to do the brisket. Slow cook that brisket. So anyhow, that's it for getting prepped to barbecue. So just thought I'd give that little information to y'all. I know I've done it at least one time before, but this is a more detailed prep instruction. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to cut out and do some other things. Got to get my sides together, which was going to be some kale greens, and I'm going to do some potato salad, and I might do baked beans. So we'll see. So hold on for me, okay? Okay, y'all, we're just going to keep this train moving right along. I'm going to go ahead and prep my water for my kale greens. Of course, you know, I've done kale greens many times before. And you know what? They're just a basic way you do these kale greens. You use a piece of cooking meat. You use seasoned water. And that's basically it. So what I've got here, I've got a chunk of ham. This was like a big ham steak that Tansy bought during the storm. And I just saved what was left. We didn't eat all of it. So I'm just going to take that chunk of ham meat and drop it right into that water, because I got 2 bags of greens that I'm going to cook. So you can use a ham hock, you can use a piece of ham, you can use some bacon, or you can use no meat at all, because you season that water up. Okay, so this is about 8 cups of water that I'm seasoning up here. And hold on a minute, my phone is ringing. Hopefully this is my repair people for my refrigerator. No, this is Tanya. Hey, good morning. Oh, okay, we're gonna go ahead and this is gonna be like a lunch. We'll be ready to eat around 1:30 because I'm out here cooking right now. Okay, y'all, back to the stove. Y'all, back to the stove. That was my girl Tanya. She checks in with me. Let me tell you one thing about Tanya. She checks in with me 2 or 3 times a day, and usually she gets me anywhere between 7 and 10 in the morning. So that was her morning check-in with me to see how I'm doing and let me know what's going on with her and all that kind of stuff. So she's working from home today. So hopefully she can break away sometime today to go ahead and get her. This is gonna be like a run-in, run-by thing, and because, like I say, I need to get this meat done, so we just gonna start Tansy's and Kareem's happy birthday. Their birthday is actually on Wednesday, so I don't know. Tansy's got to go back to another client on Wednesday, so she won't actually be here on her birthday. And yesterday we decided we just weren't gonna cook. We just did steakums. I don't know if I recorded. I don't know if I did. I can't remember. Maybe I recorded. Anyway, I found some steakums and we did steakums Friday night and we had some left over actually. And we did some on Saturday, and then yesterday I can't remember what we did. We just laid around and did much of nothing, which was wonderful for me because it gave me a chance to catch up on some rest. So we're going to move right along with these kale greens. This water, we need this water at a rolling boil, and then we're going to throw those kale greens in there and cook them for about 1 hour and 15 minutes and let all those good juices and that piece of ham meat cook through them. So hold on just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and start grab these kale greens and start stuffing them into my pot. So here we go. Hold on. I tell you what, that's, I don't know what you are, for those of you who live outside of North Carolina, it was forecast a couple of days ago, somebody was telling me, yeah, the hurricane weather, type weather is trying to double back and, visit us in some way. So now we're under a flash flood watch right now. And I found Kareem just ran out in the backyard and told me that. So, y'all keep us in prayer still. Even, flood or not. Keep us in prayer always. We should keep each other in prayer all the time. And we're going to ask for prayer for everybody who is still going through the storm or who is imminently going to go through the storm, who has a threat of the storm. And the people out in California. Hey, my Cali friends, my dear friends, my sons, my daughters, my children, my sisters, my brothers in California that are still fighting or physically fighting these fires, or that you're praying for loved ones and friends out there. We're praying for you. We're lifting you up. We're lifting everything up. We're putting the full armor of God on everything that concerns us today, because we don't ever know what's coming down the tube. And one thing about it, if it's there, it's got to happen. So I always pray that God will help us through a situation, because through the situation is where we get our testimony. It's where we get our trials and tribulations laid before us. It's where we deal with whatever we're going through. And we're going to call Rex out. We're going to call his headaches out. We're just going to call Tanya out for all the hard work she's having to do because of the storm. She's a key person in her company, and she's having to work double and triple time. So we call her out. We call everybody out in that company that has to do all this extra work, and that God will bring them through it and they'll have a successful end. We're going to call Kareem out this morning. He has a job over in Raleigh. His first job that's paying him pretty good money, and because of the weather, he's not able to get there. So we call him out that weather's going to break, and he's going to be able to get to Raleigh, and he's going to be able to make his coins, and he's going to be a happy little camper, because he said to me this morning, Grandma, I need to get to work. I really want to get to work. He said, but they got a flash flood watch, and I'm not sure. So we're going to leave it in the Lord's hands. We're going to give it to the Lord this morning. So no matter what the outcome is, it is what God suffered it to be, and we're going to trust him for good success. And that's all we can do when it comes to weather, because we know these weather things are only things that the weather people can predict, but they don't really know what the true outcome is going to be. So we lift it up to God this morning, and we do it in Jesus' name. For everybody that's going through anything this morning, that you, whatever you're concerned with on today, we lift it up. We give it to the Lord this morning. And as I'm cooking, I always, as much as I'm speaking to you, this is what I do within myself. So I'm sharing with you what I do anyway. So this is my devotion time because it is early morning. So I'm just going to keep everything lifted in prayer. Okay, back to this pot of kale greens. I've got 2 1-pound bags of kale greens in this pot. And the other thing that I'm going to add once it gets boiling and cooks down pretty good, I'm going to throw an onion in there. I'm going to slice some onion and throw it in there. And I'm going to put a stick of butter in there and a little bit of black pepper. So we're just going to let them come to a rolling boil for right now. Okay, so hold on just a second. Okay, those greens are cooked down into that water. And we're just going to throw some onion in there. It's 1 large onion I'm throwing in there. Okay. That's the onion, y'all. That onion will just give it a nice flavor. Okay. And of course, those other seasons cooked through, that's going to be wonderful with that meat. I'm trying to cook a little bit healthy today, too, if y'all didn't catch my wave. Now, y'all know kale greens are healthy. Chicken is healthy off the grill. The ribs, maybe a little bit of grease off them ribs, but that's okay. We're going to grill it off, and we're going to call this a pretty healthy meal. And we're going to do, of course, some potato salad here shortly. But for right now, let's just get this going. Okay. Those greens, start them off on high when they start to boil, which is what they're doing right now. I'll lower that heat in about a couple of minutes. So boil them on high for about 5 or 10 minutes, and then after that, put them on medium high and let them cook for the next hour and about 15, 20 minutes. So hold on again. I'm going to go ahead and check my fire and see if it's time to get this meat going. Okay, y'all. See those coals there? See that? A little bit hot. A little bit hot. Now, what I will do, see how red that is under there? I can go ahead and start this meat because what I'm going to do is shift the lid on it. This is like my oven. If I was putting this in my oven, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and scrape a little bit of last time. I'm here to tell you. I was ready, y'all. That's hot. We ain't gonna mess with it. It won't close all the way. Going back on the porch to get the meat. Okay, y'all. Here's the meat. There's the meat. There's my foil that I'm going to use for my brisket. Put it right there for the ingredients. Okay. So, we're making it happen, y'all. Making it happen. So I've got, you see, I got chicken, I got ribs, and I got that brisket sitting up there. So I need to go back and get my marinade. We don't want that to get nowhere, so we'll. Okay, I'm coming. Okay, y'all, so here we are. And, I told you got to have that water in case something sort of flares up. So, this is 2 slabs of pork ribs. I'm going to go ahead and get them ready to go on here. And I believe I will put the ribs. I'm going to start them over here on the left side. Go ahead and put them up under there. And what I did, I just cut them in half. That's all. Cut them right in half. But you know what? I think I'm going to put them to the front, sort of. Like right there. Because I'm going to stick that brisket, I think, to the back. And then I'll put the chicken on the other side. Well, anywho. There we go. I did the opposite of what I said though. But anyway, okay, so the ribs are on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and put my brisket on. Like I said, this is a small brisket. Probably a couple pounds. I went in Food Line that day. I was not looking for a brisket, but I saw it and they had it on. You know, they do those manager special things. So I thought, why not? Grab the brisket, $8. What can you say? You know, brisket is expensive if you didn't know it. It's all nice and seasoned up. And all I'm going to do with it, I'm going to just kind of seal it. Put it in this foil. I'm going to drop it right in between there. I'm going to drop it right there. And now, my chicken drumsticks. I probably got about 15 of those in here. We ain't fancy, so we're just going to drop them. That's what I'm dropping them, y'all. I'm dropping them on the grill. Okay, I don't play around with it simple cooking. I like to get it done because I already know what I need to do. So you ain't got to be extra super. It's like, you know, say somebody being super spiritual or super whatever. I ain't trying to be. It comes out in what you actually do. You know what I'm saying? It'll come out, it'll show up. Okay, so now, if you're doing it right, it'll be alright. It'll be alright. It'll be alright. And now, what I'm going to, the other thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to go back to the kitchen. I'm going to get my marinade, and I'm going to begin to marinate this on this side. So when I flip it, it'll already be marinated. So hold on just a sec. While I walk in, I'm just going to let this down to let that heat build up under there. If you notice, you see the gauges. I think they work, yeah. They should still work. In about 10 minutes, those gauges will start to rise because the temperature will rise up because now I got the lid down so that it can measure the heat flow. Got a little, you know what? I told you before, I think no matter where you're cooking at, see, keep all your mess clean up. I can't even cook outside when it's not clean. So keep all this kind of stuff. Have you a trash bag over here. I didn't tell y'all that trash bag for everything. So as you bring stuff out that you're done with, trash. Okay, that temperature gauge is starting to rise already. I'm gonna run inside. I'm gonna let it cook there for a little bit. Got a little bug. Oh, ants. We got ants, y'all. Got ants visiting. They ain't gonna visit too long because this fire is hot. They ain't gonna be right here too long. This fire gonna burn them right up. You know what? That thing is hot. And I'm not going to try to run in the house just to do that, so I need to close this. Take me a little leaf. See that? Made a little potholes out of those leaves. You know what? Pothole the leaf. You might have to keep that. Ooh, ants all over the place down here. I didn't see them little buggers. But anyway, that heat will get to them. Unfortunately, little fellas, y'all should have went the other way. They got a little food in their mouth. They're trying to get the little food where it needs to be. But one thing about it, they won't get to these hot ribs of chicken and stuff. Okay, now this on my left side is up to 140 already. My right side is already up to 200. So this side where the chicken is heats a lot faster. So you almost got a 60-degree difference in the temperature, but we ain't gonna worry about that because in the end, it's all going to come out well. So I'm gonna run back in the house and get my marinade, and I'll be right back. Oh yeah, one other thing, when you're cooking on the grill, depending on if you want more smoking or grilling, you see these little things, right? These little gadgets here on the side, you can open and close them. Now, if you open them, you know the air's gonna get to them, it's gonna fan the fire. If you close them, your food will smoke. So I'm gonna let these smoke for a little while, then I'll open them up when I think that fire's getting too low. And sometimes my husband, he said, well, just leave it open just a little bit. So, but if I go in and out of the house, I'll close them. So I'll leave one open just a little bit. So you see, we're up to 225, 230 on that one. We up to 170 on this side. So the temperature is rising on that meat inside of the grill. And I also check every once in a while to make sure there's no flames. Like I say, this bad boy here can cook some meat, but you got to make the right kind of fire, y'all. So hold on. Okay, I got it open. I'm gonna have to do this fast because you know every time you open it up, it allows the air to get in and your temperature decreases. So what I'm doing now is just I'm gonna mop these ribs and chicken a little bit. Get each one a little bit of juice there. So when I turn it over, it'll have juice outside of its own juice. Okay. So this is what we do. Just mop it really good. And then we can turn them and let them cook on the other side. And I believe it's time to go ahead and get me a little bit of just a little bit of juice in there on that brisket. Okay. And when it starts to cook on a little bit more, I'll mop it, but actually now, okay. You gotta go ahead and let it burn because you don't want nothing to burn. No pun intended. Okay, see, those are cooking nicely. Now those on the back is probably cooked even more simply because of fire pressure. See that? That's good. That color will catch up. Let me just get this out of the way for a minute. Yep, that's a little bit hot, but it's okay. Okay, I want my meat burned up. Okay. So while I got those turned, I'm going to go ahead and mop them on this side. And my marinade, as you can see, it's piping hot because I just took it off the stove. So, with this kind of fire, this meat is only going to need to cook about a good hour and a half. Yeah. Last time I cooked ribs, those ribs got done to cook it kind of stirred. And I kind of got stirred a little bit. I mean, I had this grill rolling. Go ahead and turn these. So we can do this all the way up to the edge. If I got holes all the way up to the end. So what you know, it's cooking a little fast, and that's good. But what you have to understand that you have to stay out here often enough to get them turned so that it won't burn. And it's okay for them to scorch a little bit, but we don't want no burn up meat. Okay. Okay. Y'all see? Yeah, y'all can see me turn. Make sure y'all get in there on every step of the way. I think I'm gonna move my little top shelf thing up here for the time being. Get it out of the way because I need that space back there to sit this brisket. I'm gonna need my brisket to be right there. Okay. Got my chicken turned. Just gonna mop it, and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, here we go. I'm gonna get ready to do this potato salad. I got about 3.5 pounds of white potatoes that I've peeled and diced, and I'm gonna put them into this salt seasoned water for about 20 minutes. Let them get nice and soft, and I'll take them out, boil some eggs, and we're gonna have potato salad. So hold on. Okay, y'all, we're going back outside to check the grill inside. I can't do a whole lot. I got repair people in here right now. So we're going to go outside, see what's going on the grill. Anyway, this is going to be a long, drawn-out day. I thought this was going to be a short and sweet day. But got to do what you got to do. But I'm thankful that the repair folk are here working on my refrigerator. So as you can see, I still got that brisket on there. I probably need to put some more fire under it. But you know what I think I'm going to do? Because I think I really, truly, honestly, in my gut, feel like the rain is coming. I'm going to go inside, I'm going to get a pan, and I'm going to put this brisket in the oven, which is what I've had to do with the other food, with the ribs and the chicken. I went ahead and took it in because I kept thinking it's going to start raining on me. The Lord has held it. Let's see, I've been out here a couple of hours now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get that brisket in, just put it in the oven with the rest of the food. So hold on for me. Okay, y'all, there it is. I'm done on the grill. Get ready to run this through the oven for about a couple of hours to let it finish cooking and tenderizing. It's smoked really good. It has a nice brown texture and looks good, smells good. I know it's going to taste good. So I'm going to run this through the oven for another couple of hours. The chicken and ribs are in the oven. They got about another hour on them. Then when I get some space in the kitchen, I'll start on the potato salad. The greens are done. We're almost there. Okay, y'all, here it goes. The ribs, I've run them through the oven for about 30 minutes. Now I'm going to put some sauce on them. Just saucing them down, some Sweet Baby Ray's. Look, you add what you want to add to it, but Sweet Baby Ray's right by itself is good. I just put some of that same marinade that I use to keep my ribs mocked. I use some of that in this, make it a little bit tart. And now we're going to run these through the oven for another 45 minutes and let them, by the time they come out, they'll be falling off the bones. And I'm going to always cut my ribs into individual riblets. So make sure I put lots of sauce on there. I'm going to cover them up and run them through there first, and then I'll take them back out, pour a little bit of that sauce in the bottom of the pan. This oven is going to be on 350 as I'm cooking this sauce into the ribs, making sure it's on the top and bottom. So I'm going to put my foil back over them, run them back through the oven again. Now the chicken, we like it just grilled. We're not going to put any barbecue sauce on that chicken because we're going to leave it just with that regular vinaigrette-based sauce on it. And then, of course, the brisket, I've got it in the oven. That brisket's going to be in the oven for another couple of hours because, you know, you have to cook brisket a long time, real nice and slow. So the ribs are going back through the oven for another 45 minutes, and I'll bring them out and let them glaze without the foil over them. So hold on. Okay, y'all, here we go. Here's those luscious ribs. I just brought them out of the oven. I'm going to hit them one more time with the barbecue sauce. And there's a chicken back there on the back. It's just grilled chicken. And what I did, I got some of Tanya's favorite sauce here, the gyoza sauce that she loves on everything. So based on the taste of that, because I didn't want like a sweet taste, I mixed just about a fourth of a cup of that with a fourth of a cup of just some barbecue sauce and sort of mix it together and pour it just to glaze them just a little bit. And I got a little bit we'll use for dipping sauce. And of course my brisket is still in the oven. It has another hour to go. And there are the greens, the good old kale greens. So this meal is moving right along. I'm getting ready now to start in on my potato salad. I got my potatoes all ready. As I told you, I of course washed them, chopped them, and boiled them. Put a little bit of salt in the pan so that when I cooked them they wouldn't be bland. So we about ready to get this potato salad going. So hold on just one sec. Oh, good, it didn't cut out. I thought it cut out on me. Maybe it didn't. I don't know. Anyway, I had to hook my power back up because this thing's been running about 40 minutes. So you're going to get a good long take this time. When I cook heavy food like this, it takes a little bit of time, the tapes tend to be a little bit longer. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this potato salad, and this is going to be the last thing that I do towards this meal. Again, this meal is for Tansy and Kareem's birthday lunch. So Kareem's getting ready to go to work. I thought he was going to be off today, but they called and said they're going to work today, so he's excited. So I have him something ready to eat when he gets ready to leave. But my brisket is still in the oven cooking. I'm just going to leave it in there. Let's go ahead and get this potato salad done. Okay, so far, like I said, I've boiled like 3.5 pounds of white potatoes. And I'm going to mix it right in the colander, so if there's any juice, it'll flow right down to the bottom. Okay, so 3.5 pounds of white potatoes that I've peeled and diced and put in the colander. And I already got some eggs in it. And then I'm going to dump in about a cup of combination of bell pepper and celery. I had put 1 egg in. I'm going to put another couple of eggs in there. So what I always do with my eggs is just chop them. I mean, no big deal. Chop them, mash them, however you want to do. So just cut them like this. This is all a real quick thing. You know, potato salad is something personal to me. Different people like their potato salad tastes particular way, so it depends on what you put in it and how you cook your potatoes. If you use baking potato, Idaho potatoes, or white Irish potatoes, yellow potatoes, or whatever, it's going to make a difference in the way your potato salad tastes. So however you want it to taste, you can do. This is regular traditional potato salad, and I might add, I don't put any onion in there, because if you have potato salad left over, if you put onion in it after it sits a while, onion just doesn't work. It doesn't cooperate with the ball game too well. It gives it that taste that you don't want. You know, that sugar. We're not putting sugar in there. So, unless you just love that leftover flavor of onion, don't put onions in there. Hold on, my sous chef didn't get my mayo for me. Hold on. Okay, I'm a comment. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go ahead and put in there, I've got some 2 cans of mayo I'll be putting in there. Okay, and this is some sweet relish by Heinz. I'm not going to put a lot of sweet relish in there. About a couple of tablespoons of relish. Okay. And about a half a teaspoon of just mustard. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and now start my mayo. This is that Hellman's. This is like the end of a jar of Hellman's. So altogether, I'll probably put 2 cups of mayo in there. So this mayo is about finished. So we'll use the rest of that, which is about a half a cup maybe. So we're done with that jar. And now I've got some Food Line mayonnaise. Usually Hellman's is my mayo of choice, but I have found the Food Line brand to be pretty good, y'all. Y'all know I'm a Food Line girl. So that's about, we're just going to put about another cup in there. And see, I don't like to put too much, but I like enough. And we're going to add a teaspoon of black pepper. Let me be careful because I don't have the top on that. About a teaspoon of black pepper in there. Don't need any salt in there because I've already put salt in there when I cook the potatoes. So that flavor will be all, so it'll be salty all the way through. Okay. So we're just going to set our spatula over here to the side. Now all I got left to do now is mix this salad and make sure that I've got all the seasoning, all the ingredients that I need in there. Okay. And like I say, if it gets like any water, you know, sometimes you can do potato salad and get watery on you. Well, I do it in the colander, so while I'm mixing, any watery stuff will just come through the little holes on there. And when you put it in the refrigerator, of course, it's going to set. I think we've got enough mayonnaise, so I've probably used 1 3/4 cups of mayo. So that's plenty of mayo. Just need to make sure it gets mixed up real good. Okay. Oh, I know. I need a little bit of ketchup. Yummy, that's good. Yum, yum. Give it a little bit of color, a little bit of ketchup. Give it a little tarty tang, and give it a little color at the same time. So, okay. Oh yes, it's gonna be some good stuff. I like my potato salad chilled. Now, if I'm gonna use warm potato salad, then I want my potatoes nice and warm, because I do like warm potato salad on occasion. But this occasion we're doing just cold potato salad. Pretty good. So the potato salad pretty much is ready. I could add a couple more pickles in there, a couple more sweet relish, about another teaspoon of a sweet relish, but I didn't really taste it in there. So I put 2 tablespoons, so I put 1 more teaspoon in. So here we go. I can also add another 1/8 of a teaspoon of black pepper. You know, like I said, when you're cooking stuff like this, potato salad, again, to me is very personal. And I want it to taste like what I want it to taste like. So I will add my ingredients until it tastes like what I want it to taste like. Same thing with you. You can use my recipe. If it doesn't taste like what you want it to taste like, now I don't know about subtracting stuff, but you sure can continue to add things if you'd like to. Okay. So I do believe that this potato salad is ready. Yep, I think it's ready, y'all. So what I'm gonna do with it now, I got a bowl. I'm gonna put it in my bowl and put it in the fridge. So hold on. Okay, y'all, there it is. The potato salad is all ready. I'm getting ready to put it into the refrigerator. My refrigerator is fixed. The repair guys got me going until they do some more work later on. But anyway, my refrigerator is getting cold. I even heard ice fall already. So we're back in business, y'all. So there are those nice ribs. I've hit them again with that barbecue sauce. Just spread it on. I got some little extra barbecue sauce right there if anybody wants extra. That is my chicken on the back burner there. And I've got a little bit of that gyoza and barbecue sauce mix just in case anybody wants that. And of course I got the greens over here on the side. Now I think because I don't have any baked beans, remember we had the everything going with the weather, so I didn't have a lot of back stock on things. So the major part of this meal is ready. I've gotten it off the grill, cooked it on the stove what I could. Kareem's going to be leaving, so I'm just going to have to fix him a plate with meat and the greens, and I'll probably do some baked beans later because it's only like 1:30 in the afternoon. So hold on just a second. I'm going to just let y'all peek at my brisket, and then I'm going to cut it off. Okay, that's the brisket. I've got it doused in some barbecue sauce, and of course you see I got mountains of foil because I want all that juice and the flavor to stay sealed in. Still got about another hour. I'm going to run it back through the oven. I just put the barbecue sauce on. This is the last sauce in that it will get. So I'm about ready to wrap this thing up. So I may come back with y'all with some baked beans, but if not, look, thank y'all for tuning in with me this afternoon because this was an off day for me to be cooking like this on a Monday. But this is what I had to do to keep I didn't want my meat to go to waste. Didn't know how long the refrigeration people were going to be. But they were nice guys. They got me going. It was a Freon situation. They got to troubleshoot it, but they got to get permission. So they got to come back. All that good stuff. American Home Shield is the company that I use for my appliances. So thank God I had that insurance protection to be able to call them. So this meal is ready. Like I said, maybe, I don't know if Tanya's going to roll up on the flavor train or not, but anyway, whoever comes, this is what they're going to get today. They're going to get a bonus Monday today for Tansy and Kareem's birthday. I'll probably do something else for them later on in the week. Maybe next Sunday dinner we'll dedicate to them, but today they're going to get a nice birthday lunch today. So, listen, y'all, thank you guys for hanging in there with me. This has sort of been a little bit long, but that's okay. That's what it took to get this meal going. So, I'm going to say to y'all, as I always say, keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down. You know, we got a lot of things going on in government that we need to be praying about. And most of all, pay attention to what's going on in your own local communities, like making sure people are getting out voting registration and all that kind of stuff. So we're not going to harp on it. We just suffice it to say we need to continue to pray for one another, for the weather, for things happening in our households, for the shootings, and all those kind of things. So listen, guys, keep those prayers going up so the blessings will continue to come down upon you. Until we cook again, guys, I want to say love you. And y'all see that one little long hot dog? I was trying to keep it out of the way. I had one hot dog in my refrigerator. And, I mean, there it is right there. I tried to move it over to the side, but he keeps coming up. Get over there. I'm going to put it into a bun. We're just going to put it right there. Okay. The hot dog's in the picture. Okay, y'all gotta go. Love you guys. Toodaloo.